All right. Hi. This is going to be, I think, the last video I do before I get a better mic set, although I've tried to fix this mic. And today I'm just going to be talking about Greenland. It's a big country, and a lot of towns look the same, but Greenland's a lot different than, say, Botswana or Mongolia, which I've done walkthroughs of, because essentially you're just memorizing everywhere you are. There's not coverage throughout the country. The way I want to explore it is just showing this Wikipedia page of towns in Greenland. The main things to notice is there's two places on the east coast, Itokaturmeet and Tassilak, that are the big towns. There's a few areas around them with some coverage, but you have to just be able to find where they are because so much of the east coast is nothingness. And there's a whole bunch of towns on the west coast, including here at the south, although nothing is north of Upernavik in terms of coverage that I come across in the Greenland map. So I'm almost guaranteed to get some golds here because there just aren't enough locations to confuse you, but it's really confusing if you haven't started. There's a lot of car meta, things like that, and I'll just try to play 4 times maybe and cover as many tips as I can, get as much of a sense of how it goes as normal. I won't be trying to get 5Ks just because that'll waste time, but you can get a lot of 5Ks. Okay. So we are leaving a town. There's not a lot of places where you have coverage that leaves a town. And since there's grass nearby, that narrows it down even more. I know exactly where we are. The regions that you might find it are near Tassilak, which is over here. There's some coverage that leaves town near Kangar Lusuak there. And there's a bit on Disco Island. You can still see the town here, so actually there's coverage where you can see the town like this, but this road goes a fair bit a ways. And there's not good car meta here because the car looks like different places in different ways, but this mountain is just recognizable to me now, along with the bay, this like easy water that flows in. So we're north of Tassilak right here. And you'll get a lot of coverage in Tassilak. We're probably like on this road here. But just grassy coverage that's out of town. Could be anywhere along this road. Great. Okay, this might be Nook. Yeah, okay. So the easiest thing about Nook, and you're going to get one Nook round every round, more or less, because it's the capital with most coverage. It's got a car, or an SUV, I think, and it's the only real place with a full-sized SUV coverage. It always looks like that, so it's just easy to know it's Nook. You can also guess, because it's going to have a lot of big houses because it's the most populated, but that can throw you off. So just go by the car. It's easy. There's a little bit of coverage here that's cross-country ski coverage, actually, but overwhelmingly, there's just a lot of car meta to use. Similar car meta, we've got this little box here in front that's there. Even when this goes out of town, that's there. But the other things to note for people who need a few more clues is nothing's paved. It looks very remote because nothing's paved, and we don't have the classic 4-posted light poles that you get in big cities on the west coast, whereas on the east coast you get these solid poles, either in Tassilak or in Itokaturmeet. So Itokaturmeet, though, the easiest thing to remember is this box. Car meta, it's great. Like I said, I'm not going for 5Ks. There's no real point. This is an interesting round. I've never gotten this before. So I might be out of luck. There's no real car meta to use. The poles are not those 4-sided poles I talked about. It looks like a bit of a touristy place, but I have no idea. I'm going to go in a big city over here, Aasiaat or Lalissat, something like that. Let's go on Lalissat. Where was it? It was Upernavik. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense actually with the car. The Upernavik car doesn't give you anything. This is a very common round. Just memorize it. If this kind of looks like the ruins of something to you, it's the ruins of Hvalsey Church, which was the last known place where Vikings occupied before they left. And so you can imagine, oh, where would the Vikings have left last? It would have been in the south. It's actually just north of Qaqortoq, which is the largest town in the south now. You can see it here, and we're actually, I mean, it's always the same place. It's right here on the hiking trail. So I'll say 5K this one. Missed once on Upernavik, but it was a weird location right next to the building, so Hopefully I could have gotten it if we were a bit further out. You do get some weird rounds that you'll have to learn. Okay. So like I said, the coverage in this town can be different, but what you're going to notice is we don't have 4 poles, even though it looks like a pretty big city, just like we didn't in Ituqutramit. And we have this bay to the north. Um, so it's going to be, what, where is it? Sorry. Tassalak, if I can find it. There it is. So we're just more mainly in square in town. You just start to recognize these mountains with this bay in front of you in Tassalak, and it's a common round, but I don't have as great of clues for you because, like I said, the car meta changes depending on where you are in town. Still, we're good for gold right now. Oh, this is a weird round, though. This is a very weird round. Okay, so we are leaving the town, but it's not that grassy. So I have a few possible thoughts, but I think they're all wrong. There's some weird coverage like this up north in Proven, but it doesn't look like the right town. That's a bit more picturesque. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm guessing we are near Tassalak, but somewhere on this island near Kulusuk. But I don't have any good clues to give you. It's a weird round. So sorry, let's not spend too long on it. I'm gonna be wrong anyway. Sakak. Huh, I haven't gotten Sakak in a long, long time. Well, I thought gold was assured. Okay, this is easy because we've got the box here. So there's a little bit of coverage. Like I said, no grass leaving town. That's going to be further north on the east coast. There's actually one weird location here, north of Clavering Ore. But this is just north of Ituqutramit. You can tell because of the box. Car meta is great for Greenland. You just need to know which cars are meta. You can just memorize. This is Nook. You can even just see the car based on the shadow. There it is. Nook car. Not going to spend too long. I want gold, and I'm not getting it this round, so let's go. Okay, and then this, if you find yourself somewhere where you think, this is lovely, I'd like to live there. Beautiful flowers of different colors and pretty houses on a hill. This is kind of rude to Greenland, but basically you know you're in Qaqortoq if you think, this is so lovely. Because everywhere else looks cold. So doesn't it look warm and flowery? The car is also unique though, so you can use that for Qaqortoq too. Warm and lovely, think south. Qaqortoq, easy round. We just missed once. We're gonna have a round where we don't miss once. Okay. I'll go faster if we've already seen it. All right, so with these on both sides, this kind of looks like the car that you get in Sisimiut, but there the rear view mirrors actually jet out even more and more obviously. You get to see even the handles on them. Here we have a little bit of snow on the sides, and we have the big 4-posted poles that are more common on the west coast big cities, and Qaqortoq to be fair. And so West Coast big cities includes places like Sisimiut, Aasiaat, Ilulissat. Where do you get snow though? You get a lot of snow in Kangatsiaq. You get snow in Sisimiut, and you get snow in Aasiaat. But like I said, in Sisimiut, it pokes out further to the sides. It's not nearly enough snow for Kangatsiaq. So we are in Aasiaat, and I'll be embarrassed if we're not. Perfect. We've had this every single round. You're going to start to recognize some of these mountains with this nice, easy bay that just goes into it. The poles not being 4-point sides, which means we're not on the big cities in the west coast. So say it with me. We are in Tassalak, not here, which is one location on the east coast. We're here. That's the other population center. Dunk, 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 dunk. Lovely. Okay, gold in reach. Still, this is a weird location though. No. Here's where I think we are. I've guessed this island before. When you have a lot of human coverage with little kids following you. Everybody looks very Inuit, I think is still the term over there. Um, I'm pretty sure we are just by Taslak in Kululusk, and the angles work too with the water to the north. But I could be wrong here. It's just the kids following me along that gives me that indication. I mean, you know, like I said, the poles, these kind of poles, more common on the East Coast where they're just straight up and then out. Ooh, except there is one over there. I could be wrong. Oh, I am so wrong. Is this? I have never ever gotten Nusuak before. We're gonna have to get gold in the next round here. Come on, we're gonna have to get gold in the next round. All right, this is a tough round. You're just gonna have to memorize it. I think. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get it right. When it looks like a lake, it's this weird location because it's not even in a town. I don't think. Is there top out of Arpia? And I could be totally wrong with where I am too. But we've just got one dude walking around. Oh, no, you know what? I might be changing where I am. When I see a lot of wooden buildings, most buildings in Greenland are pre-made and then shipped there. A lot of wooden buildings, I actually start thinking of Disco Island, but I don't think it looks like that. I think instead, I know I keep guessing in this region, but there's actually coverage that goes around Taslak and up here. And there's no name for it, but there's like a little settlement there. Okay, we're actually over here. That's easy enough to confuse. Let's get out of this round. I want to get gold. Nook car, easy. I'd actually forgotten where this. I knew there were two lake-looking settlements here that didn't have a name, and there's one over here, and there's one up there. But the one that I really got wrecked on was far, far in the northwest. You just don't get it very often. I'm not surprised that that's where we were, I suppose. I'm not getting easy rounds here. I've been here a bunch before, though. This trekker looks like not only a similar, setup, but probably the same man as the person that we saw before, just west of Taslak. So I am going to guess somewhere extremely similar. It might even be the same location. Let's guess the same location down here, west of Kitak. Oh my goodness. I want to. I'm not proud of this. I was proven. I've been there before. Okay. Well, we're not getting gold. But here it's exactly the same mountains that we've had literally every other round. Like I said, there's grass, but you're leaving town. So we are on the road out of Taslak. It's not even been particularly varied coverage either. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one more round, but I'm going to go back and we're going to start over again for gold because we just keep getting Taslak and not learning anything. Okay, so Carmeta. Is this the same far northwestern village that I was in earlier and didn't know where I was that time? It is. Okay, well, do I remember? Pretty sure it was Nisuak, wasn't it? Here? Oh, it can't have been. The water's not right. It wasn't Kanak, which is the furthest north settlement. It was, wasn't it though? Kudorswak. It must have been this one, I think, or something like that. Oh, it wasn't Swak. How the heck does the water work there? Okay. But we're still in possible gold. Recognize the car, see all the pretty flowers, so many pretty flowers. Cockertuck. I mean, the good news is nobody's going to watch this anyway, but I wanted you to learn some things. All right. So here is what the system yet car looks like. Like I said, you can see both the rear view mirrors. You often get on this road where you're north of town and you can look south and see these big, I don't know what they are, water towers or energy producing places. So we are on the road just north of Sisimiut, but you actually get towers that look similar in other towns, including Ilulissat and Upper Navik. So it's not, go by Carmeta, and the Carmeta for Sisimiut, pretty easy. All right, we have the box, Carmeta, that is Ituqutormeet. Also, it just looks cold and nothing's paved, so you think you're really far north. I want intuitive hints as well as not just memorize this. Nook car. See, this is what a normal round is, where you don't even have to think and you can get gold. Good. So I'll get gold here, which is just over 22,500. And I'll see if there's any other hints I want to give. I think I've covered the East Coast pretty well. There are two more places you often get here in the south other than Falsey Church. Remember that one? Arsuk is small. You got a girl with a toque, but it looks quite small in this little bay. You also have a girl with a toque riding the Google car in Ilulissat, so don't confuse those two. I mean, you also have a girl with a toque in the Ituqutormeet, but the box gives it away. Pamyat has what I think looks the most like a car after Nook, but it's obviously not the Nook car. It's probably like a quad or something, just a bit bigger. And it looks like a full-fledged town. And then, like I said, there's a bit of rural coverage near Kangerlussuaq. Sisimiut we've covered, Asiat Car we covered, Ilulissat Car, Girl with Toque. Cisco Island has some weird coverage where there's a lot of wooden houses, and it's also out of town. There's like a bit of a lumber industry here, I think, or some kind of mining thing. It looks like nothing else, but it's all on the north side where there's no names or roads. We had a Sakak round, which was odd. And then if in doubt, often go with Upper Navik or even where is Umanak. But Umanak, you're only going to get coverage around here. So you're very close to the water on like a very steep rocky embankment. And that's kind of what I think of with Umanak. Whereas Upper Navik has hard to tell Carmeta and just looks like any big city on the west coast. So that's how you tell that apart. Anyway, that's the best hints I had. At least we got gold with a reset. So thanks, everybody. See you maybe if I get a mic.